Welcome into Inside the Tank, Alex and Bernoni, Nick DiDonato, Juwan Callender behind me, and then also behind me, Nate Ward. So we have a little bit of a different set today, as you guys can see. We have a special episode. It is with our good friend, Coach Balza.
Thanks, Alex.
And as everyone on campus knows, it's time to pack things up and retire.
Yeah, but
that came off bad.
I need some muscle to help carry the boxes out. Clearly not from this guy.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, you came out with the announcement saying you're retiring and stuff, and we've got like the generic, PBA graphic we stole from them saying that you retired. And we just, when did that kind of decision happen, you think, during the season? I know this was a really stressful season, and I'm sure that also played into your decision.
As you and I talked about, it was a very different season. This stems a lot more from just family, and as I know most of you know, not everyone knows perhaps, but we've got younger kids still, and we've been wanting to get them kind of into our Christian day school system. In a perfect world, get them back close to some family, and so we had an opportunity to do that. All kind of came to fruition right near the end of the season, with about a week and a half, 2 weeks left in the season. We kind of got this opportunity, and my wife and I spent a lot of time in prayerful thought and discussion, and we ultimately decided this was the right move for the family. So then came the big thing, which was weighing that against what we've enjoyed and loved here for the past 8 years, and just in general coaching for 30 years. So then it became that tough decision, and ultimately decided it was the right thing to do for family, and that kind of trumped everything else.
Yeah. So you guys have any
Coach,
basic questions on that idea?
Coach, just give us talk about your overall experience and the relationships that you've made in all your time here, whether it's from the guys or just the coaches or the department in total. Just give us some of the stories and some of the great moments you've had.
Sure. Well, and first of all, I want to say how grateful I am to everyone that's reached out. I've been overwhelmed, but I still haven't been able to return all the calls and texts and emails and tweets and everything. And I'm kind of big into doing a lot of those things personally, so it's been some fun late evenings rehashing memories from 15, 20, 30 years ago even. But as far as the guys here, it's been 8 years. It's been over 60 guys I've had opportunity to work with here at Palm Beach Atlantic, just within our program, let alone all the wonderful administrators and faculty and staff and people that we've gotten to know and my family's gotten to know in our time here. So it's really difficult to narrow those down to a few specific things, but I think the thing that most stands out is just the people, and you guys get that because you're living it here, right? Just the people that we've gotten to know and that have poured themselves into our program. I mean, even yesterday, Gary Poe, one of the professors, that's a longtime professor here that I know all of our athletes that have come through, came by and talked, and I had a call from the gentleman that was the admissions director here when I got here, who was a terrific guy, and just some longtime friends, and that's been the neat thing that to me that'll stick with us is the people, and I think you'll find that as you go through life, that it's the people that you get to know more so than the wins or losses or activities or anything. Those are sometimes the things that get remembered on paper, but it's those interactions with others. So
yeah,
that's number one in my head that sticks out.
Juwan or Nate?
Yeah, Coach, you touched on family and lifelong relationships that you made here at PBA. Well, on the basketball court, what was your favorite, your most memorable moment coaching here during your tenure? What's the first thing that pops in your head?
The first thing that pops in my head, believe it or not, is not something that actually happened on the court. It's what happened at the end of last season, which was obviously the best season certainly in the D2 history of Palm Beach Atlantic, but it's making the national tournament and that whole announcement. But the day we were supposed to be leaving to go to the NCAA tournament, our point guard, Darius Nunn, was set to speak in chapel, FCA chapel, and tell his story. And we had made the decision even before the season got canceled that we were going to miss our practice for the NCAA tournament to be able to go as a team and be a part of that. And then the announcement comes, and we didn't even have to make that decision, but we all went as a team and heard this amazing message, amazing gospel presentation from him, to hear his story. And it was just it put a nice wrap and a nice bow on our year, and a very difficult ending to a year. But I also feel like it put a nice wrap and bow on what we've tried to do in our time here, which is to build young men of character up in a Christian foundation. It's been our mission statement since we came here, and so that was a nice kind of final memory in my head. And obviously there was the things that occurred on the court leading up to that, the game-winning shots, the getting to hug President Fleming and all the guys in that room as we got to watch our name be pulled up as the very last name to go to the NCAA tournament, and then gathering with our guys in that room that last day to tell them that was difficult, but it's going to always stick in my head just even how mature our guys were to recognize that, hey, it's a family decision and we support you. And so I really appreciated those memories here at the end.
And then Nate, you're the newest.
Yeah, basketball aside, Coach B, what are you gonna miss the most about PBA?
I mean, just as I said, you guys, but I'm not going to miss that because I still keep in such close contact with the guys I've coached 30 years ago. I mentioned Darius, one of the first guys I coached became his coach and was the person that reached out to me about him. I mean, your junior college coach is a guy I worked camps with 30 plus years ago. So like those relationships are going to remain even though I won't be here. And so for the guys that are graduating or the guys that are still here, we're still going to be following that. We're still going to be talking with each. I just got off the phone this morning with one of the other assistant coaches that was here, Alan Corbin. He had reached out and we talked about some of you guys and some of the fun memories of that. That's what's going to stick with me, the memories of all of that. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see you guys grow up and have kids. And someday I'll come back and watch your kids and say, I remember when his dad, that kid's dad, he was half the size of this son of his. So, I look forward to those memories as well.
And then, so we've got another graphic, just kind of summing up your really what it looked like a successful career here at PBA as you joined when they made the jump to the SSC conference, which is a pretty big conference in Division II. So
those first couple of years without being in the conference were very interesting, and I had gone through that same thing at FGCU, which I know was part of the appeal to the idea that how to get us into the conference, but navigating through the waters of getting to know those coaches, and that's been neat too, to develop the relationships with other coaches around the league. And but I mean, PBA's been very good to us, and I like to think that we've contributed to putting PBA on another higher level, and the Sunshine Conference map now has a big star down here in West Palm Beach.
Yeah. So we'll take a quick break, and we've got, as you already saw, the first two surprises. So we'll have Casey and Malik come on right after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Inside the Tank. We'll title it now, the Balza Thank You Show for Coach B. And we actually have some former players and a current player on, Casey Carpinello and Malik Barber. So thank you guys for taking the time to come on.
No problem, for sure.
You got to use the mic when you speak.
Former player as of right now. So
All right, so we've got you guys on, and we'll go with Malik first because you're the recent graduate. You just have any cool stories with Coach B? I mean, you were part of the historic team along with Casey, but you've stuffed the stat sheets here. You have a lot of records and stuff. You're on the top 5 list for everything, it feels like.
Let's just remember that I get to speak after you.
Yeah, trust me, I know. So a lot of the things and the cool stories, you would think it's all basketball related. But like looking back and reflecting on my time here at PBA, it's like all the stuff off the court that really I remember, and it's the most significant. When we were in California, I think I forgot the scouting report in one of the bedrooms, and we had this tradition: if you forgot something, you had to sing and do a little performance, to get it back. And so, in that ballroom, I can't even remember what I have videos of it, but I was singing and dancing along with one of the freshmen at the time. And looking back, it was one of the things that I didn't want to do, but it's funny looking back at it. And the videos, I laugh at it every time. And then also just, Coach B made me grow up a lot. I came in, I felt that I was mature. I felt that, I was very responsible and able to handle things myself. And a little arrogant at times with that. And Coach B humbled me and made me just sit back and learn. And that helped me grow as a person, as a player. When I came in as a freshman, I didn't realize I had as much, leadership capability as I did, and he really pushed me, pulled that out of me, and it's really helped me with where I am right now as well. And it's just a lot of the basketball-related things that really just stand out, and I appreciate the most.
Thanks, man.
that was
Gonna bring a tear to my eye over this guy. Come on.
And then, Casey, same question for you. You've been here 6 years. You're bound to have a story.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I'm his longest tenured player. So, but no, just like what Malik said, there's so many memories that come to mind. But, just like Malik said, he helped me grow up. I came in as a freshman along with Malik. We were the same class. So, just over the years, I've grown as a leader and as a man since I've been here. And as a player as well, but honestly, that at the end of the day, that's not really the most important thing. But he trusted me to be a captain these last 2 years and to lead these guys, and that means a lot. That means the world to me. For someone to put their trust in me like that, to say, hey, I want you to be an extension of me on the floor, that really means a lot. And yeah, so I just thank Coach B for everything he's done for me, made me a better man and a better player, for sure.
And do you guys have any questions for our guests?
Just talk about the role of, it seems like Coach B is like a father to you guys in coaching. So just explain, Malik did a sort of job of explaining how his leadership role was kind of like fathering you guys almost. So just explain how his leadership is kind of like a fathership role.
Yeah, so, my junior season when I tore my ACL, that for any player, Casey experienced this as well. But it's, very impactful. You go from enjoying playing the game every day to just having it taken away in an instant. And so for me personally, that was, it was hard. And, I stopped showing up. I wasn't around as much just because I didn't know how to have an impact without being on the floor. And, Coach B pulled me in. He was like, it's really important for you to still be around. And like I said, like that, being in it helped me help the guys. Even though I didn't have an impact on the floor, I was still able to help the team by just showing up. And that's not something that I was, able to see, able to realize prior to. And that also led to me being a better leader when I did come back, because now it wasn't that I just had to show it on the floor. With the freshmen, the transfers, I started talking to them a lot more. And so it just helped me realize that, in my worst and darkest days, someone was there, someone was able to help me realize, I could still have an impact even though I felt everything was taken away. So, he helped a lot through that, and, forever thankful.
These guys, you got to understand, these two have been here 11 years combined between the two of them, so there's a lot of great memories, but I said one of the neatest things is, and they talked about it, just the growth. You see the growth, because we talk all the time about kind of the two areas that every coach thinks about, which is you want to grow them as a student athlete, as a basketball player, and grow them physically in terms of you get bigger, stronger, become a better athlete, right? But what I think we always have tried to focus on are the other areas, which is make you a better citizen, a better father, someday, a better husband someday, and then also just make you, hopefully help you grow within to know what it is inside you that you have as a capability. These two guys, you don't really, between them they got, I don't even know, a double major guy here plus a master's. Casey got a degree and a master. That's what, 4 or 5 degrees. That's 4 or 5 more degrees than Nate has assists. So
there it is.
That says something really special about their abilities, right? But I don't know that always everybody realizes, hey, what is your potential? Not just what is it that I can do easily, but what are you capable of? This guy's top 5 in the country in sales in his industry already, just straight out of college, right? And Casey's destined for big things. You don't realize he travels around the country in the summers for how many years, working on his future while he's in school. And those are the things that get missed. But as coaches, that's what we pride ourselves in, is seeing all the things that come down the road and seeing them grow up. And I love seeing the children of some of the guys I've recruited, and so getting to see these fathers mentor them. Some of them, they grow up to be pretty big and tall, so maybe you recruit them someday. But more importantly, you like to see, just them hopefully carry on some of those things that you've hopefully instilled a little bit in each of them.
Yeah. Juwan or Nate?
They gotta take the heartstring right there. I don't know how you can come after that.
But no, I mean, Nate's a great example of that, right? Like, I mean, 2-year captain, 3-year captain. I mean, he's a future captain of the program. So, you know, you don't want to allow someone who has that potential to just get by. You want to challenge them, put them out in front of people, and get them to do what they're capable of doing. And so I'm looking forward to that too, to coming back and watching and seeing all the great things that's going to happen with Nate.
Yeah. And Juwan, you're about to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Coach Balza, you know, the players touched on like the impact that you had on them as a coach and as, you know, bigger than basketball being life. What have your players like taught you about life? Like had that impact on you, or it kind of like, you know, switched your mindset on something, or, you know, just the impact they had on you? You want to speak on that?
Well, they keep me young, first and foremost. People don't realize, like, in coaching, it's funny because you get older each and every year, but they don't. Right? I mean, the players are all going to be in that 17 to 22-year-old range, but each year I get older. In fact, when I started as a GA, I was younger than half the team, and I always tried to hide that from them. You know, that's why I just shaved my head. No, it didn't really happen like that, but it just kind of pulled out over the years after you have to coach some of these guys. But no, I mean, they do. They keep you young. I've said this of late with a number of these guys. I mean, now that I have children, you know, 8-year-old, 12-year-old, and an 8-year-old, I would like them to be able to be around the program because we have such good standard bearers of what it means to be a young person that grows up. I want them to see that. I want them to, and they get to recognize it. And they have their favorite players, and guess what? It's not usually because they're the greatest player. It's because of how they treat others. You know, my kids come in the gym, and these guys treat them like their little brother and sister, and that's a really neat thing, you know, for a family person. So what do they give me? They keep me young. They keep me encouraged, you know, and they make it all worthwhile. Doing all, you know, putting in the hours and such is all worthwhile when you see them grow up to be like these guys here, and well, see what he's gonna grow up to be like, right?
And then this will be one last quick question for Casey and Malik. Last year, with everything happening on with COVID, how did Coach Balza kind of just, you know, calm you guys down after you found out the news? I don't know. I mean, you guys can share your reactions when you guys found out. But I'm sure you guys need to go to Coach Balza just to ask questions, or just because you guys gave a lot into this program and then it just kind of ended abruptly like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we were definitely sad about it, but like Coach Balza said, when, you know, Darius kind of spoke at the end, it kind of put a bow on everything, you know, made us feel encouraged that, you know, this wasn't the end. It was kind of just the beginning of, you know, the growth of PBA basketball and stuff. But as far as basketball goes and like the tournament, we really felt like we could have made a run. And, you know, that kind of is disappointing because we weren't just happy to be there. We had work to do when we were there, and we really felt like we could win some games and do some damage. So that kind of hurt, you know, personally. But I know the guys, when Darius spoke, it was kind of like, okay, this is God's plan for us. But yeah, we were definitely ready to go and going to do some damage for sure.
Yeah. So like when the season got cut off, it took me a little bit for it to sink in. Especially for me, it was my last year. Yeah. And so, you know, I wrote a whole article just to kind of reflect on my career and kind of what it set me up for. Because that was the biggest thing that I took from it. I was like, yes, like Casey said, it was the end of a playing career or a season, but it was just the beginning for me. It was what the rest of my life looks like. And so, you know, outside of being upset and sad that my playing career was over, you know, I was okay with it because, you know, from when we came here in 2015 was when we started. You know, just to see how much this program has grew every single year since. And the crazy thing is Coach Balza's story has been the same. You know, no matter when we first started off and as we progressively got better, the narrative didn't change. Every day we're going to get better. Every day we're going to lay it brick by brick. And so, you know, at the end of it last year, you know, the biggest thing that I said I miss is I miss playing defense, doing Phil Sink.
Yeah, I missed you playing defense too. Let me tell you.
Yeah, so like that, like I still watch some games. Like I'll go back and watch games from last year, and I said like the only thing that I really miss is just like everybody working in unison. Like what I do is dependent on what that guy does, and you know that team that we had last year was just our chemistry was just so good, and you know that's the best team in terms of chemistry performance that I've ever been a part of. And so, you know, yes, COVID cut it short, and yes, we would have been national champions if we got to play through it.
Yeah.
But that's a thing that's unknown. We can never actually stamp and seal it. But in my heart and in my mind, I played with the best team in the country my last year, and Coach Balza, let us know that we did what we wanted, and Darius's speech at the end of the season just capped it off. So it wasn't really upset that it got shut down, because I got what I wanted out of a career, out of a season, and I enjoyed every minute with those guys.
Yeah. Well,
I got to share a couple
Yeah,
more
well,
quick
yeah,
stories
yeah, of
just
course,
because I've
by all
got these
means.
guys here now.
Yeah.
No, fun stuff that, like so you mentioned 2015. I mean, people don't realize when these guys arrived here, guess what the first thing is they got to do? Very first thing at PBA.
Costa Rica.
There we go. Costa Rica, mission trip to Costa Rica. So they arrived at PBA, and that was the first time you could, actually, it was the first year you were allowed to take your incoming freshmen. These two were incoming freshmen summer of 2015, along with Bakari and Chase, and we had quite the crew of young guys. And
Yes, we did.
that's where I saw the potential in these guys at that point. I mean, they really did. They went and they thought it was all about basketball, but it was so much more about the team building and the chemistry and just then kind of learning what PBA is about workship and community, giving to community. And these guys did just that. I mean, I knew then Casey was destined to become a coach or a trainer or something, because he was so good in that setting. And this guy, I mean, he literally, we took shoes. We collected shoes from all the years, and some were kind of big, kind of like Nate's shoes, and the kids, they didn't fit those. But like there would be shoes, we'd give shoes to kids that didn't even have a single pair of shoes. And then there's kids there, and Malik ends up giving, and people don't know this story, but they should. He gives them the sweatshirt off. He had this beautiful, brand new Jordan or something sweatshirt. He literally took it off and gave it to this kid. He felt so much for him. I know Nate's been eyeing up this sweatshirt and thinking, why don't you give that sweatshirt up to the kid sitting back here from up north. But no, little things like that made an impression on me. So you ask what they keep you young, but they also keep you encouraged that in a time when our world is going through some craziness, right? That guess what? With guys like this and like this, our world's going to be all right. Palm Beach Atlantic's going to help train up some young people to give of themselves for the team, which is our big, I guess, motto, if you will, but also hopefully lead them to Christ in some way, shape, or form through their actions like that.
Well, all right. Thank you guys for taking the time. It was really good hearing from you guys, and then hearing Coach B's stories with you guys as well. So we're not going to take a commercial. We're going to do a smooth transition here. So we're going to have Evan come on. We'll have him wrap around over here, and then we'll have you guys exit. So thank you guys for coming on.
Guess you got to exit stage right, man.
Nice
So good.
surprise there.
Nice surprising me. I appreciate that.
And now we'll have Coach Evan come on, Coach Balza's assistant. Thank you, Evan,
What's going on, my man?
coming on.
Hey, another surprise. Slide on in here, man. You don't need to be way over here.
All right, so Evan, how long have you been here?
I have been assistant coach for 4 years, but for 4 years before that, I was a camp counselor at the summer camps that Malik and Casey got to work at.
Okay, so I won't ask any questions. Just start telling some stories. This is like a memory show.
open mic
Yeah,
night
it's like
at the
open mic,
Apollo.
yeah.
You're gonna give me the hook when I'm not doing well. I mean, the biggest thing for me with Coach B is that, not only does he teach the guys and mentor them, but he mentors the staff and, takes us all kind of under his wing. And it's something that I've had the privilege to do. My first year on staff, I was GA, and he told our current assistant at the time, he was like, he's also a new guy on the staff, and told him, treat the program like it's your own. And, he wasn't saying it directly to me, but I felt like he was saying it to me because, I wanted to be that someday. And so he gave me kind of the flexibility and leash to treat the program as it was my own, with guidance here and there, and obviously his overarching, leadership. But it was something that I got the pleasure to kind of get my hands on the program and really kind of be able to put what I felt was my imprint on his plan, and I felt like it was always a good marriage. But from the standpoint of, I don't think you guys understand, I don't know, many people understand Coach Balza is a rock star, man. Like, I got to go. Unfortunately, the Final Four was canceled last year, but 2 years ago, I got to go with him to the big coaches convention. Thousands of coaches, and if you're walking around with Coach Balza, you might as well be walking around with the prettiest girl at the dance.
Oh.
Everybody's talking. Yeah, he's got the hair slicked back. You know, you got, Beeline coming up to him. All these other guys that, I've watched for years and, coming up and, him being him. He's like, oh, this is my assistant, Evan. And, they go, oh, nice to meet you. And then just directly cannot look at me for a second longer. And it's just talking to him. Like, people don't understand the amount of influence and, respect that he has among the community. Anytime I go out and, people know that I work for him, they go, hey, like, you got a good one. So that's one of the things that I'll kind of take the most is, trying to step into those shoes and, hopefully one day I'll have an assistant and I'll get to be the prettiest girl at the dance. So.
Well, if you get him as your assistant, it won't be that difficult. So. Sorry, Nate. Sorry, this is pick on Nate Day. So.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah, the last time you can really.
Exactly. That's what I said. Last opportunity.
Yeah, so, Coach B, got anything about Evan? You guys have got a pretty good relationship, I like to think.
We really do.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny. He said, I've been here 8 years. I met Evan not that long after getting here. And when people don't really realize, too, one of my all-time favorite players, that you have a list of favorites, I think, but one was Dakota Zinzer, who he was instrumental in helping bringing here. So I say he's been recruiting guys for the last 4 years, but he's really been recruiting guys here for 8 years. All going all the way back to that. And Dakota was a great get. They were good friends. They grew up in the same neighborhood, same school, and everything else. So he's kind of the one that talked to me about Dakota. So he's been doing that all along. But I've had some really, really good assistants. I've told a lot of people this in the last few weeks is I've not had any better than Evan. Evan's the best assistant I've ever had for so many reasons. One, he stuck around a lot longer than other people, which most other people would probably bail on me a lot sooner than that. He's stuck it out for all this time. So, but mainly because he embodies what he talked about. He takes the program as his own. He cares about these. He's always here. I don't know. I've never had a player come to me about Coach Sizemore and say, Coach never around. They're like, man, they want to get in the gym. He's always willing to come do that. And that says a lot. As I mentioned earlier, our biggest motto is I give of myself for the team. He's always given of himself for the team. And he's going to be a tremendous head coach someday, and he's going to do great things and break a ton of records. And I don't know if he'll ever be the prettiest girl in the room, but he'll be one of the better coaches ever in the room. So.
No, and that just reminds me, I can remember vividly stressing at my computer watching Dakota play and being like, God, you got to be good. You better be good, because if you're not good, I'm never going to get into coaching ever, because I'm one and out. But he ended up, to his credit, breaking a ton of records here and, awkwardly enough playing for me in my first year, but that was one of the experiences we still talk about and have a really good relationship to this day. And, kind of echoing what he said was he kind of embodied stay in touch with the guys, because the guys are what matter. And, I still stay in touch with, Darius, Bakari, Grant, Marshall. A lot of the guys still live in the area. And one of the most fun things for me is to go see them coach, because a lot of them have become high school coaches and assistant coaches, and going to talk with them and seeing them yell at their players for stuff I yelled at them for. That's Marshall Riddle, one of our all-time three-point shooters, never took a charge. I think he took a total of 3 charges during his time here, and now his team's the leading charge taking in the area. So it's one of those things. Maybe Nate will coach a team and they'll, play really good defense and get a bunch of rebounds and, be the best assist team in the league.
Nah, but I want to piggyback off both Coach Adam and Coach B. Just with faith and trust, these guys recruited me out of the peak of COVID. So I had to put the utmost faith in them, and they had to put faith and trust in me because I was just coming kind of just out of the blue. They didn't see me play an organized game. Like, they haven't seen me play anything, really, just a practice and Zoom and film. And like, you take it like for granted, like when just people like just have faith in like your ability and like what you can do. And like when it comes to culture and just like, it starts at the top, like from these two guys. Like, it starts from the top and goes down. So I just want to like, just kind of like, I don't say it enough, just say thank you, just for like, just everything. Cause like, I don't want to take it for granted, especially now. And just, cause I know that I can be a little hard to handle or just stubborn and a nuisance, but it's just, they don't get, like, they don't give up like on you, they love you. And I just want to like let you know, like, I appreciate it, like, just from the bottom of my heart, and everything that you guys do, because I know like you guys don't have to do it, you guys kind of want to do it. So
well, thanks, Nate. And I mean, let me say this about that. Like, it's funny because like we're able to pick on you, just like I bet you talk to Malik and Casey, they'll talk about how, man, Coach was so good at picking on it, but that's part of that enjoyment of the family atmosphere. That's what you do. You pick on your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, and I love seeing that chemistry. Malik referenced it, right? The chemistry, and we've always been able to build that. But a big reason we've been able to build that is because of being able to find guys like you. COVID made that difficult last year, so we're very thankful to be able to find guys like you. And all the rest of, Marcus and Jalen and Jake, all these guys that were able to come in the midst of that and join this group that had such good chemistry. And that piece felt the exact same as it has for the last 7 years, and that's a neat thing. And so we also look forward to seeing you guys grow and become a part of this culture that hopefully we've instilled in you here at PBA, and being able to share your faith. And you are, I mean, there's that maturity. I've said lots of things to take risks on, right? Maybe he's not as good a student as everybody else, or maybe he's not as good a passer or whatever as someone else. But guess what? Character-wise, they fit with what we want to do, and we've been very thankful to have good character, right? And not just characters.
And we thank you for finding someone in our major too.
Right? How about
it's been
that?
A great addition. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so we'll take a quick break here, but these next two, as we kind of close down the show, Evan really did a lot here to make these last things happen. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
Be terrified.
I should be, clearly.
All right, so yeah, we'll take a quick break, and we've got a few more surprises. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back to Inside the Tank. So, over the last week or two, Evan and I have been going back, trying to work out this show along with everyone else. But Evan's been doing a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes. So we'll just play the video. We won't even say what's happening right now. This is the first surprise.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, honey. We just wanted to say how awesome and fun it's been to watch you over all these years doing something that God has blessed you with the talents to do, but also that you have been so passionate about. But even more fun and awesome than that is having you as a daddy and as a wife. And we're just so thankful for your presence in our life. You are the spiritual leader of our family, and you hold so strong to your values and convictions. And we can't thank you enough for that. And we love that you somehow managed to find the ability to do 28 hours of work in a 24-hour day. So you have always made so many sacrifices and have been so dedicated to your family. And we just can't wait to see what God has in store for you in this next chapter of our lives together.
I love how dedicated you are to everything you do, and how you care about everything you do, and you don't just do it to get it done, but you actually put time and effort into everything.
I love how you never give up and you keep on trying until it's done.
We love you.
Oh, wow.
So, oh man,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so Evan did a really good job getting me that video the other day. We got some
Wow.
feedback. Yeah.
What is-
Is it off? There we go. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Yeah. All right. So.
Wow, that was awesome,
Yeah, that was
guys.
cool.
Thank you.
Okay, we can bring out the next surprise now. And surprise!
Oh my goodness, they're actually here. How cool is this? Come here, guys.
All right, Evan. Yeah.
How cool is this? Oh, come here, kiddo. Oh, I thought you were on our patio. I thought you were on our patio. Aw.
You can sit down.
Yeah, Miss Carey, right here. Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah.
You got Nate. Stand behind. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do a little security guard.
So we got the. Yes, we brought.
How cool is this?
Yeah. So.
That's really nice.
When we started planning this show, Evan and I had started, putting our heads
job,
together,
man.
thinking of ideas. And he sent me the video. Thank you guys, by the way. It's a very nice video. And then we said we should also surprise Coach B with getting his family on too.
That's so
For
awesome.
the tens of viewers who watch the show.
Yeah.
All right, so Evan, you want to pass the mic down to Mrs. Balza? And yeah, we'll start. We'll put you on the spot for a minute. So, how long you guys been married?
We have been married.
About to be our 15th wedding anniversary.
There we go.
See, a good husband knows these things.
You answered that quick.
He's the date person.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
I'm a history buff.
that's true. All right. So, 15 years of marriage, and then that's 15 years of coaching too. So, what have you just seen with Coach B, or your husband, through these 15 years of coaching, where he's just, I'm sure it's a busy job and stuff, but how has he just been able to balance coaching and family?
He is absolutely amazing at it. It's so funny because obviously we were married before Faith and Jack came along, so I got to see him as a coach, now we were married. And I remember his assistant at the time when we were dating called me when we got engaged, and he said, Carrie, I am so thankful for you because now I don't have to be at the office until 2 o'clock in the morning. You have created a distraction for him. So, and so that's kind of my first experience of what things were like. And then he was amazing of just, I had a really busy schedule. He had a really busy schedule. He was starting the program over at Florida Gulf Coast at the time, and so it was just a really beautiful time for just the three of us. And then Faith came along, and I'm going to embarrass you now, but so Evan, here's the story I was going to tell you. So he is, like I said, tries to fit 28 hours worth of stuff in 24 hours, and so sometimes he's a little hard to get a hold of. And so when I was getting ready to deliver Faith, I would call him and he would not answer. And I said, honey, you have to answer. Otherwise, I'm going to the hospital by myself. So, but that just shows his dedication to what he does and how he loves his work so much, but also his love for his family and just his ability to balance it all. And he, in the midst of, coaching and season, like he'll find a way to be at every one of Jack's and Faith's baseball and softball games. And if they ever had anything to do with school, he would always find a way to fit it into his schedule. And we have never, ever felt like second best. And I don't know how you do that and still be an amazing coach on top of that. So he's just a beautiful example for multitasking. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
thank you, baby. That's very nice.
And then I'll ask the kids a question. Are you guys? Oh hell yeah, we'll wait for that. You guys excited about Dad retiring, I guess, and spending more time with the whole family now?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're gonna miss being able to come to games, but we're gonna be really excited that we'll be able to spend a lot of time just the four of us.
That's nice. And then anyone else with a family question?
I just have one question for Jack.
For you, Jack.
Can I have your brownie recipe?
That would be my brownie. Thank you very much.
Jack does a lot of the baking of brownies. Can you tell the guys why you make the brownies? Can you say it into the microphone?
Because I want to be a chef when I grow up.
Wants to
buy
be
your
a
brownies,
chef,
Jack.
and it's his way of
buy your
showing,
brownies.
and it's his way of showing love for you guys.
Yes.
So Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get any brownies on the show.
You missed out.
Was it your birthday coming up?
No, not till August.
Well, in August
Those
you'll have to
summer
come
birthdays
visit
are
us.
a little tricky.
Yeah. All right, so now this is the big surprise.
Another
Well,
surprise.
this is like this was
Oh
a
my
great
goodness.
surprise, and now this is the one we've been planning for like 2-3 weeks now. That we've been trying to.
Here we go. Now I got to eat the hot Dorito like Nate. Oh no. Okay.
No, I can put your body
No
to the
pain.
line. No pain. But we'll play it now, and then we'll close out the show, and so everyone else, all the Balza family and everyone can see the video.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, what's up, Coach B? I'd like to thank you for the many opportunities you gave me and giving me a chance on this program, which is something I'll never take for granted, and also pushing me on and off the court to be the best man I can be. And I wish you and your family the best of luck as y'all go on to the next journey in your life.
Thank you for all of the support and the mentorship and just help throughout the years on achieving what I want to achieve in life. Thank you for being a servant. Thank you for being such a great person as well, and really instilling character in your players and being an example as a coach and not falling into someone else's ways or being a follower. You always led, and I appreciate that. Thank you for taking a chance on me when I was hurt. Coming on my visit, I was hurt and I was out of shape, and Corbin seen something in me, so I guess you had to believe in him to stick with me, so I appreciate that.
I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to play here at this great school and under you, a great coach, and it was really great being coached and learning under you, and I really wish you and your family the best in your future and this next step in your life, and I really hope you guys do good and have a great life.
Hi Coach, Maya Fogarty here, coming to you from Rochester, Minnesota. Just wanted to say thank you for everything you taught me and the rest of the team at Bethany Lutheran. You taught us so much in the 2 short years we had you, and I can't thank you enough for it. The way you taught us to play together will affect how me and my children play the game forever. So I just wanted to say congrats on the new position. I'm sure you're going to succeed as much as you have during your coaching career. Thanks again, Coach.
Congrats on retirement, Coach B. I appreciate you taking me under your wings, being here for me the whole time I was here at PBA. I wish you the best on your journey. Look forward to hearing incredible stories about your retirement. And love you, love your family, and just take care.
Thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. I really can't even describe what you've meant to me as a coach and just as a man. I'm really at a loss for words of what you've meant to me and my family over the past however long I've been here. But thank you for making me a better player and most importantly a better man from the time I've been here. Hopefully one day my kids are lucky enough to play for a man like you. Just good luck in the next step of your career, and honestly just a big thank you. You meant so much to me, and I appreciate you so much for that.
Hey, Coach Balza, just wanted to shoot you a quick message here and congratulate you, obviously, on an unbelievable coaching career, and obviously with the lives impacted along that, mine included in that. So thank you very much for everything you've done for me, not only my playing career, but coaching career. And it's kind of ironic that I'm filming this from the Bethany offices. I don't know if it's your office or not, but I'm definitely not probably sitting in this office if it wasn't for you. And so I appreciate everything that you did for me. Congrats on an unbelievable career. Like I talked to you before, you've won everywhere you went as a head coach, and congratulations. Best of luck to you and everything that's coming, and best wishes to you and your family. But thank you again, Coach, for everything.
What up, Coach B? Just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for everything you've done for me over the year. Taking a chance on me in a weird, crazy time during COVID. I wish you nothing but the best, and I pray for your future endeavors with the family. And wish you the best out there in Wisconsin.
Hello, Coach B. Thank you for everything that you have done for us and also for PBA. You are a great person, great coach. Wish you the best in your future, and don't forget that you're a legend.
Congrats on your retirement, and tell you thank you for everything you did for me across our journey together from Mankato to West Palm Beach to a lot of places that I probably wouldn't have gotten out of South Dakota to go to if it hadn't been for you, and that changed my life in a lot of ways, just from gaining the different perspectives from all the different places to learning so much about the game of basketball, and appreciating your work ethic and your approach to it, and your desire to win and your competitiveness. So you know all this, I appreciate a lot of it, and I learned a lot of what I know from you, and I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to do everything we did, and I definitely wouldn't change it, other than maybe a few missed free throws and turnovers here and there.
Hey, what's up, Coach B? I'm really thankful and appreciative for everything you've done for me these past 2 years. I wish you and your family nothing but the best in the future.
Hey Coach, I just want to start by congratulating you on your new business opportunity. I know, like your coaching style, you're going to be attacking that business head on with a great passion. You're going to do things right and you're going to get things done, and you're going to have tremendous success. I already know it. I want to thank you for taking a chance on me 2 years ago. You were one of the first schools that reached out, and as soon as I got in touch with you and Coach Sizemore, I knew that this was going to be my forever family. For the brothers that we had from the past 2 years and the memories we made, I'm forever grateful. You put me in a situation to succeed, and whether it be in the classroom with my MBA or the future business opportunities I get, you're the one that made this happen, and I can't thank you enough for all the memories on and off the court. You have made me a better man, and I'm forever grateful for you, Coach. I love you.
Hey, Coach B, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to play for you this past year and bringing me to this great school. I wish we could have got more time together, but it is what it is, and it was a year I'll never forget. Thank you for always pushing me to be the best player and best person on and off the court, and good luck to you and your family and all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Hey Coach B, just wanted to take this time to say thank you for all that you have done for me and us as a team here at PBA in my short time that was here. You have been an incredible leader and example of how to balance basketball and the walk with the Lord, and not to mention being such a great leader on the court for us, leading us to an NCAA tournament appearance. I also want to take this time to wish you the best with the next step in life. And also thank you for believing in me and bringing me here to PBA and putting your faith in me and naming me a captain for your last year here. So thank you for that. I'll never forget my time here as a Sailfish with you, and we will miss you dearly.
What's up, Coach B? Dakota here, your favorite Midwest player of all time, hopefully. I just want to say congratulations on retirement. You deserve it. I appreciate everything you've done for me and so many other players on and off the basketball court. We love you, we appreciate you, and wish you all the best in retirement. Hopefully you enjoy time with your family and loved ones, and soak up some of that Florida sun. Thank you again, Coach. We love you.
What's up, Coach B? I just wanted to say congratulations on such a great career and the accomplishments you achieved. I want to say it's been an honor to be able to coach by you at PBA all 4 years, and the life lessons that you taught me and being coached by you has been such an honor. I just wanted to say thank you for everything, and I wish you the best in the future.
Thank you for an opportunity to be a part of this team and to be a part of this program, but most importantly, to be a part of this Sailfish family. It means the world to me, and I just thank you for being a man of God, a man of good character, and being a role model for us young men.
I'll take this time to thank you for giving me the opportunity to play here. I know I wasn't able to play for you this year and it sucked, but I really learned a lot underneath you. I learned a lot about the game of basketball and just the way it's played by watching you coach and everything. So thank you, and I just want to say good luck to you and your family on your new adventures, and I hope everything goes well and you guys stay safe. Thank you.
Hello, Coach B. I want to thank you for the ability to let me play on your team for the last couple years of my basketball career. It was fun. I mean, out of all the coaches I had, you were probably the best coach out of all of them. Thank you for allowing me to play with a bunch of guys that I consider my brothers now. Thank you for that. It's kind of sad that I didn't get to play with you for throughout my whole college career, but you're going on to bigger and better things with that franchise at Chick-fil-A, and I want to hope and pray that does really well for you. Thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you for being the best guy, best coach. Thank you for everything, and good luck.
Hey, Coach B, I just wanted to thank you for everything that you have done for me and this program. You gave me a great opportunity, and I'm very thankful for that. During these 2 years, I've learned a lot of things, especially about the new culture here, that helped me grow both as a basketball player and as a person. I hope that you and your family will enjoy in the new life and new opportunities that you will get.
What's going on? It's Dre here, and I just want to congratulate you on a successful career. Not only have you had a positive impact in my life, but also in so many other individuals, and you created bonds and brotherhoods that go way beyond basketball, and we definitely appreciate that. It was an honor for me to throw on a PBA jersey for 4 years. I created a lot of memories and experiences there that I will never ever forget. Also, I just want to say once again, congratulations on retirement, and I definitely wish you the best. Hope all is well.
I want to just tell you on this little video that I appreciate you, in my 1 year when I was transferring, I was looking for school that could really help my faith and just really wanted to win at that school, and you gave me everything I could dream for my last year of college. So, it's much love. I learned a lot through you, a lot of X's and O's, but also just being a better man and just keeping that faith with God. So appreciate you, Coach B, forever. Enjoy retirement, tell the family I said hello, and love you, Coach.
Yeah, Evan had been compiling all these videos for the last couple weeks and sent it over to us. We threw it all together. They're longer interviews. Some of these guys gave us like 3-4 minute videos.
Wow.
We had to condense it down because not a 2-hour show. But we'll send the full videos to you guys. And I just want to say thank you for letting us come into the basketball world and just getting to know you guys, you and Evan, and just letting us show up on the spot, just talking basketball, or letting me travel on the road games with you guys, even though some of them are a little scary on the bus ride back. Not have fun on some of those bus rides back, but thank you again for everything. You've been really helpful with our show too, getting off the ground.
Well, thank you guys for that. This has been such a neat addition, obviously, here this last year, but getting to spend time with you the last couple of years, getting to know all you guys, and certainly to Dr. Piper. I want to say thank you to him and the behind the scenes, man. People don't realize all that he does for PBA, but certainly for our basketball program and for all those families, all those guys from all over the world that get a chance to watch the games because of what he does and what you guys do. And so thank you, Dr. Piper, for that as well. And thanks to you, and thanks to everyone here at PBA for embracing our family over the last 8 years.
Yeah, so we'll close it here. Very special. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, Coach,
my bad, sorry.
I just want to say, I want to thank you for the relationship that you made with all of us in the broadcasting department. And it was so intentional that you welcomed us into the Department of Sports. And I think that's just significant in the fact that it was easy for us to talk to you and just have a relationship with you and Evan. And just as basketball as a whole, it was easy for us just to go and talk to you, like, hey, bounce ideas off you. And it's so special to just have that relationship, and I want to just thank you for that.
Thank you, guys.
Well, I remember, I got a quick side note then about that. I remember the day after you guys all saw that cow born at the fair. This guy was breaking it down for me, how it all went down. And I just went in there to go ask for a roster, and then I just kind of, and then he broke it down. So yeah, just little things like that, always remember. So again, thank you.
I had to give you the scouting report.
I mean, it was interesting. It was definitely different.
Make sure you're ready to report back when we have the next scouting meeting on how that works.
Yeah, I know. So. My mom was like, how was your meeting? I'm like, well, Coach B broke down a cow giving birth to me. But again, thank you.
That'll teach you to eat more chicken.
Yeah, trying to endorse Chick-fil-A over here. But so we'll close it out here. This is a very special edition of Inside the Tank. We'll see you next week for our final show, as we will do our mock drafts for the NFL draft coming up. So thank you. See you next week, and go Sailfish.